Good morning. It's now time to run by you the very latest from the world of sports here on the AM show on Joy News channel on Multi TV. Hello from me, Asari Bediako. Coming up, former Ghana defender Tony Bafo has been appointed as the Deputy General Secretary of the Confederation of African Football, plus a build-up to the big games in the English Premier League and the Spanish La Liga. But first, let's talk about former Black Stars captain John Mensah, whose career has been plagued with recurring injuries. He has not played active football since 2016. His last club was AFC United, a Swedish second-tier team. But John Mensah is keen on reviving his football career. He was speaking with Nathaniel Atto on Thursday's edition of Pulse Sports.
Last year, 2016, I was in Sweden. I was playing for the club called AFC United.
AFC United, yes.
And unfortunately, when I arrived there, I got injured. So I couldn't play much for them. And then my contract was like 6 months. So I came back to Ghana, make sure that I would do the treatment to get well. And you know, sometimes there are certain injuries that can take long before you get healed. So as for football, I'm still active, but like I haven't been active for clubs now. But right now, I'm doing a little bit of treatment, but I'm getting more better for now. So.
Okay, so it's something that you still want to pursue. Have you decided when you want to wrap all of this up? Because obviously, I mean, you're not getting any younger.
Yeah, you're right. You know, it's all about injuries that kept me, all these things. That, you know, it's not like my contract has got and the team don't want me to stay with them like that. It's just because of injury, and the time I'll get recovering, then my contract also has been ended. So it's something like I haven't make any idea for, like, you know, stopping playing football right now, but just because I'm just thinking how I can get well to come back on my feet.
Still talking about John Mensah, the defender who has played 86 times for the Black Stars, is not thinking about retiring anytime soon.
You know, for now I cannot say.
Because recently, you know, Gianluigi Buffon, you know, hung his gloves on a very emotional note. I mean, he's played for a very long time, so you have players who are still playing. So that's why I'm asking if you want to do
Yeah, you know, you're right, because even the time I'm in Ghana here, before I got Europe chance to play in Europe, I saw Luigi Buffon and then Piero also, they were playing.
Alessandro Del Piero.
They were all playing before I even traveled to Europe to start playing Bologna for my first international career. So it's like they were still playing, I'm still home. You know, you see, it's something like, it's not by age, it's not by maybe 2 years or 5 years. It depends the way you feel. So I can say, okay, let me see, maybe after 3 years, the way I feel myself, I think I can, at 3 years time, I will stop playing football. It's not because of what you are gaining before you say that, oh, I have this, so I have to. No, it's just how you feel yourself. So for me, I cannot say 5 years or 4 years or 3 years or 6 years, but it depends the way I'll.
And from one former Black Stars defender to another, Tony Bafo has been appointed Deputy General Secretary of the Confederation of African Football. He will be in charge of football and development. Tony Bafo will work under Egyptian Ahmed Fahmy, who has been appointed as General Secretary of the Federation. Bafo has made tremendous progress since hanging up his boots and has undertaken several projects in world football. Until his recent appointment, he was a FIFA General Coordinator and supervised several tournaments, including the FIFA World Cup finals in 2014. He made history when he became the first black man to lead out two teams, Germany and Argentina, in the World Cup final in Brazil. Born in Germany, the 52-year-old has capped 25 times by Ghana between 1991 and 1994, and also captained the Black Stars for the final match of the 1992 Africa Cup of Nations in Senegal against Cote d'Ivoire, which the latter won 11-10 on penalties. Let's now go to England, and the North London derby comes off on Saturday. It's Tottenham Hotspur versus Arsenal, and the away team has stepped up preparation for the big game.
Good news for Spurs fans, with both Harry Kane and captain Hugo Lloris returning to first-team training after injury concerns. But there was one Tottenham ever-present missing. Defender Toby Alderweireld has failed to recover from a hamstring injury, and his manager has confirmed the diagnosis is worse than they first thought.
Maybe after the Christmas, maybe that's the expectation, and will be longer because the injury is in his hamstring. He feels disappointed. It's a little bit sad, but in the same way, he's focused now in trying to recover it as soon as possible.
Spurs are hoping they won't have to wait for Harry Kane. Pochettino says he'll be assessed on Friday after missing England's internationals with a knee problem. The striker's scored 20 goals in 24 derby matches and is now looking to become the first player to score in 6 consecutive Premier League North London derbies.
He's a very passionate and he feel a lot Tottenham and then score again Arsenal is fantastic for him, and it's fantastic for us, of course.
Spurs are 4 points ahead of Arsenal in the Premier League table and unbeaten against their North London rivals in their last 6 meetings. But Pochettino dismissed talk of a power shift and insisted there are no favourites on Saturday.
A derby always is not only about performance, is not only about to play well or not so well. It means a lot for our fans, means a lot for their fans, and always is special to play. And it's not important how you arrive, and what level you arrive to the derby.
So it's a big game. Tottenham Hotspur versus Arsenal. That's not the only game that we played over the weekend. There's Manchester United versus Newcastle United. It's a clash between Jose Mourinho and Rafael Benitez, head coach of Newcastle United. So fixtures on your screen: Arsenal versus Tottenham, Leicester versus Man City. That's a big game, isn't it? West Brom versus Chelsea, Liverpool up against Southampton, Huddersfield, Bournemouth, Burnley, Swansea, Crystal Palace versus Everton, Manchester United against Newcastle at Old Trafford. Watford welcome West Ham United on Sunday, and on Monday, Brighton, the newly promoted team, will play against Stoke City. Let's check out fixtures of Spanish La Liga. There's the Madrid derby at the Wanda Metropolitano between Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. But on Friday, that's today, Girona will play Real Sociedad. Getafe will be playing against Alaves at the Coliseum Alfonso Perez. Barcelona will make a trip to Leganes. Sevilla welcome Celta Vigo to the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. And the top liner of the weekend in the Spanish La Liga, Atletico Madrid up against their cross-town rivals, Real Madrid. Malaga play Deportivo La Corona. Espanyol play against Valencia at the Conella El Prat. Las Palmas versus Levante. And Atletico Bilbao will welcome Villarreal to the Estadio San Mamés. Let's switch sports and talk tennis, because Roger Federer made light work of Marin Cilic at the 2017 ATP World Tour Finals on Thursday. Also, there was a big upset as Jack Sock defeated Alexander Zverev to reach the semi-finals of the competition.
Having won both his matches in the Boris Becker group at the ATP World Tour Finals, Roger Federer went into his third and last group match against Marin Cilic in a relaxed frame of mind. Cilic was a break-up in the third set against both Alexander Zverev and Jack Sock, only to lose both. And with just one win in 8 matches against the Swiss legend, Cilic had nothing but pride at stake. And the 6'6" Croat showed the type of fighting spirit that has brought him at least one tour title in each of the last 10 years. Seeing off 4 break points, he took Federer to a tiebreaker, and at 5-all played a high-class stop volley to break the Federer serve and give him a set point. And despite missing his first serve, he showed nerves of steel and good courtcraft to close out the set 7-6 in 53 minutes. In the second set, Cilic was again able to match Federer game for game until the crucial 10th game, when the Wimbledon champion stepped up a tempo to break Cilic and take the set 6-4 to level the match at 1 set all. The third set began well for the Swiss with a break in the second game. From then on, it was an exhibition of Federer at his best as he turned up the heat and reaped the rewards as mistakes flowed from the Cilic racket. And in short time, Federer broke again in the 6th game to lead 5-1. And a minute later closed out his 3rd win in a row at the O2 Arena and 8th over Cilic, 6-7, 6-4, 6-1 in 6 minutes shy of 2 hours.
Alexander Zverev and Jack Sock did battle in the group Boris Becker for the right to join Roger Federer in qualifying for the ATP World Tour semi-finals. Sock recovered from a code violation early on to break for the first time in the opening set in Game 7 to lead 4-3. That proved enough to separate the pair, the American holding his advantage to serve out the set 6-4. Frustrated in the first set, Zverev broke in the second game of the second set before establishing a 3-love lead. He broke for a second time to lead 4-love and went on to win the set 6-1, leveling the match and forcing a third set. The German seemed to have the momentum, breaking in the very first game of the third set. But Sock broke back to restore parity, and after holding serve, he broke again to hold a 3-1 advantage. He went up 4-1 on his next service game. After holding serve, Zverev broke back to ensure there was just one game in it at 4-3. Although Zverev made it 4-all, Sock held serve to lead 5-4, and he broke in the final game, winning it thanks to an error from the German.
And that's all I've got time for today's edition of Sports here on the AM show. For more sports news, go to the sports page on myjoyonline.com. You can also follow us on social media. On Twitter, we are at Joy Sports GH. On Facebook, find us at Joy Sports. My name is Asari Bediako. Thank you very much for watching. The AM show continues.